Hi everyone, it is a few days after I thought I had finished my carousel, but there were a few finishing touches I needed to put to it, and also I watched the video yesterday, the last one I recorded, and I had since changed a few things. I just start at the top. I still haven't glued on the bead, but I have got that ready. But I actually printed off a little label with my Dymo label printer that says "Turn Me" in very small print. And because it wasn't as wide as the silver bit before and wasn't touching the complete pipe thing I created here, I just cut this down with my paper cutter, with my trimmers, with my knife, just to make that level for the bead to go on top. I also printed off a little label for the light here that says "Switch Me On," because when I send this into the competition place, I want them to know what they can do. And my original idea was to have some sort of scalloped edge all the way round, but when I looked into my border dies, I actually found my scalloped ovals, and they were the perfect size to go onto the sides here. So I just used the same paper I used for the skewers here, and I still had the print offs, and I just doubled this up, just folded it over 1 inch wide, and just put in some adhesive tape, and basically created this border all the way around, just to cover up the bits that weren't very neat. And I also stamped and heat embossed all of these, but funnily enough, I thought, I'll just show you, I could just glue them off with double-sided adhesive, just with a tape, but they actually all fell off. So, which is good actually, because, except for this one, because this one's on foam tape, because of the way, if you can see that well, the cable comes out of the battery pack. I had to have a bit of a gap here in between, so I just put this on foam tape, and that was perfect here. And I just cut the little hole in for the switch to be turned off here, sorry, turned on and off here. But as I said, it was quite handy that these all fell off again, because I wasn't quite happy with the gap in between, and you can actually see how you can actually see the little teeth there. And so I decided to create a little embellishment all the way around. Let me just put this out of the way because I want to show you this. And I've got this border die that creates little hearts, and I thought this would be perfect to go around. My idea is just to put very fine glue on there, the Cosmic Shimmer glue, and just stick it down like this, and that will cover the edge there that you can see. But obviously it's a very short die, so I just wanted to show you how you can create a longer trim with just a short die. I have already cut this one piece, and when I put this through, I made sure that the top plate only covered where the die was actually there, because I didn't want this to be to get any imprints of the cutting plate. And now if I use this again, I can wriggle it a little bit and feel where this little line is, to basically attach it to there. I mean, I've got an idea what width I need to have at the bottom, but if I actually wriggle it a bit, make sure I don't go over that hard there, I can actually feel where it slides into place, which is just there, and make sure I've got an even edge here, and then I can actually stick this down. Take another piece of my low adhesive tape, and then when I put this through, as before, that's why I've got my die cutting machine here to show you, I only put the top plate where I've got this die. I don't want to go over this bit again, because I don't want an imprint on that bit. So just make sure you've got a bit of an edge here, so make sure it's definitely covered by that. Just shove it in just a wee bit, and then this should give you a nice edge. So there's no pressure on the other bit. Let me just show you. It has got a bit of an imprint just there, where you've basically got the round shape of the die, but you can just use your I don't know what it's called, your scoring tool, just press it down a little bit, and then that is as smooth as possible. And I just need to cut it off at that end and that end, and both of these will be attached to each other, and then that will cover the whole length I need to go around. So I just wanted to show you this before I show you the end product. So my carousel is finally finished. I have managed to attach this at the top. It wasn't as straightforward as I thought it would be. At first I tried my Cosmic Shimmer glue, and that didn't work at all, although it's a quick grab glue. As soon as I attached it here and sort of put a bit glue down here, it was trying to unfold itself, and it sort of swayed over here and left some glue residue on the side, and it did not work for me. What did work for me at the end is I put a bit of red tape on that end and a bit of red tape on that, and made sure it was really straight and tight around the whole thing. So these two bits of glue, so you can hardly see that, kept it in place. And then I attached just put down loads of my coral glue just on the inside here. I try not to make it too messy, but that sort of kept it in place. And now I've got a nice edge all the way around. I'll show you the full video in a moment what it looks like. And I've also stuck these down now with my quick wrap glue rather than the double-sided tape when they had come off. I managed to take a bit of the glue off with my glue eraser here. That helped a bit, so I tried to neat it up a bit, or tidy it up a bit, but yeah, you can still see it a bit there because it is a sort of shimmer paper, but I'm not too fussed about this. And the bead on the top, because it had a hole in it, I filled it a bit with a roll of cardstock, just some scrap cardstock I had on the table, and I just glued it on with my hot glue, and that now keeps it nicely in place. So we'll now put it on my display on the side and you can see it in action. So here it is, my finished carousel. It says on the top here, switch me on. So I'm going to switch this on, and the lights come on underneath, and then the top says turn me. So I'm going to turn my carousel, and there we go. Gingerbread men are having fun, and the sentiments read, may your season be happy, merry and bright. I'm really chuffed with how this turned out. I think it's a really great piece. I'm glad I could put my ideas all into this, and it turned out as close as possible to what I had planned, with a bit of some hiccups on the way. Well, that's the thing about figuring out mechanisms yourself. But I think, yeah, this is really great. And if you think so too, you might want to give me a thumbs up. You might even be encouraged to creating your own carousel based on my tutorial. I know it's not a full tutorial, as sometimes it's just giving you ideas, because I haven't given you many measurements as such, but that was because I was figuring it out myself along the way. And if I don't get this carousel back from the competition company, then I might actually make myself a second one for keepsake. There you go. So if you like this one, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my projects, which are mostly cards, then you might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that, and I'll see you soon.